All right, I'm back. It feels weird to be doing a second one of these before noon, but I think as I continue to feel the benefits, I'm just going to want to do more and more stuff. Like what's been cool is in the last couple of days, I haven't watched TV. I've been studying more and reading more. Um, I've been spending tons of time walking outside just for for no reason, just wanting to be outside in the sun. Been finding myself wanting to exercise more. Been finding myself sleeping better. So onwards and upwards. This is going to count as day 6 since I technically missed a day on what was it on Saturday. Um, and I'm going to actually do something a little bit different. I'm going to start off with the guided meditation, but then I'm going to do um, some stretching and then some yoga to finish this off. So let me actually just go ahead and power this up. Woo! Okay. Okay, next up, I'm going to use this yoga strap to stretch my, predominantly my hamstrings, but also it'll be stretching my calves. And I'm doing this in a few different ranges of motion. So I'm going to be moving around here a little bit. Let me set my alarm though for 10 minutes. And I'll also stretch my quads. Okay. I'm not sure how this is going to translate in video. Maybe I'll go this way actually. So one of the things when stretching the hamstrings is that you want to engage your quad muscle because it'll actually, I don't know if you can tell, but as I engage this, it actually draws all this straight. And then also to take the foot and bring it back actively, but then to also pull it, if you have to. So engaging the quads, pulling this back, and then also just to release, and then maybe bring the quad slightly closer to the chest and back up. When you get here, engage the quad, pull the foot back. Also super important to breathe. And yeah, my hamstrings are so tight. I have not been stretching these enough. So this is really overdue. Just release. And then I'm going to also um, stretch these in a open and then crossed over position because it'll stretch different parts of not just the hamstring but also the calf. So now I'm going to open to the side and again engaging the quad to keep it straight and pulling the toe back. Coming up, I'm actually going to take the knee over, extend. Oh, yeah, it gets like right into the groin too. Just gonna come up to the side. And I'm also going to cross over. Super important to keep your head down here because all our muscles are ultimately connected. And so if I lift my head up, it actually um, reduces the amount of stretch I'm getting. It's taking tension off. But yeah, through the fascial network, believe it or not, the plantar fascia is ultimately one long continuous and contiguous connection all the way up to your occipital ridge and the fascia surrounding the back of the skull. So that's why I mean to say that if you lift this up, you're taking away the tension. Oh man, yeah, and that was actually super tight. So I know I needed that. Oh my god. Oh, that just created like released a ton of tension in my foot, so I felt like cracking my toes. Um, Yeah, even my ankle's looser now. Like that just loosened up everything. And I've been doing a ton of foam rolling, so it's important to like combine these two things. But it's also hard to find the time. Not gonna lie. So that's what part of this is about, is trying to discover how I can find time. And so maybe it's that one day is foam rolling, the next day is stretching. Okay, and the left side is so much tighter. I'm not sure if that's just comparatively, like now that I feel how loose my right side is or not, but that like legitimately is very tight. And it's important here. Like I know I want to engage this quad, but I don't want to overdo it since I haven't stretched this in probably a week actively like this. I've been stretching it doing some yoga here and there, but nothing quite this aggressive. Aggressive and focused, like on just the hamstrings. Yeah, this is much tighter. Man, I'm also gonna just kind of pull this. I can like feel it in my hip flexors too. And the point is, like, I have to remind myself it's not about being perfect right now. It's that I'm working towards every day feeling better. And there is no perfection. Like, there is no limit to how good we can feel. So just because I haven't done this in a while and I'm noticing that it hurts, this isn't a reason to not do it. It's a reason to do it, more so that I can escape this place. Yeah, and especially into the calf on the lateral side, like there's just a ton of tightness there. Okay, open it to the side, and the groin is super tight there, like in the hip socket. Right where my femoral head is going to the acetabulum, I can feel it. It's just everything around that area. The ligaments surrounding it are so tight right now, which means that doing the um, warrior poses right now is going to be really good for me, because those are actually hip openers more than anything. Up. Actually, I want to do this a few times too. Oh my god, that's so tight. Wow, that is. Ah, oh my god. Now I want to come up and across. Yeah, in this position, I can also really feel it into that lateral aspect of the calf. And I suspect that the calf and the soleus are entangled. And that's going to be something that I can work through on my own for a while, but ultimately I could see a professional for. Someone that does active release technique would be really good at clearing this up for me, but I think I want to get as far as I can on my own first, give it a week or two. And if it's really bothering me, I know who to see. Okay, just take a quick breather here. Stretch into the groin a little bit too. Just want to see how much time I have left on this because I want to do my quads. Okay, I've only got a minute and a half, so I'm going to go straight to the quads actually. This is a fairly aggressive stretch, one that um, I've worked up to doing more and more. So this is stretching my quads. Switch sides here. These are also quite tight. I haven't done this in a few days, probably a week. Yeah, this is tight. So I'm just taking a quick break. Just gonna stretch it forward. Okay, what is the lesson here? I need to stretch more. I've been doing a ton of foam rolling, but I've been taking it, kind of taking a step back for my stretching routine. So it's good to know. Okay. And this is definitely a much more active version of the daily dips I've been showing, but it is, it's also very valuable. So now, instead of breath work, we're going to do yoga. We're going to do 10 minutes of very, very simple yoga. So we're just going to be doing a sun salutation progression, and do that for maybe 5 minutes or so, and then do some warrior two for a few minutes. I think, yeah, the camera angles is going to be perfect. That's okay. Work on that. So 7 o'clock for 10 minutes. Get my mat set up here. Oh, yeah. Oopsie daisy. think I'll do one more of these and then switch to the Warrior 2. Just take a quick moment. Some child's pose. I'm gonna stretch my shoulder. Okay. Just gonna do a little bit of Warrior 2 here. The hips. Versus the other side. I think. Oh, we still have a minute left. Look at the time, and I actually think I'm gonna call it there. I think this was a great example of the fact that I need to add more strenuous things into my days more often because it's probably been 3 days since I did anything that really was um, like a major challenge, you know. And so I think maybe that's where um, I think in the mornings I like keeping it a little bit calmer and in the evenings, but maybe there comes like an alternation where like one day it's in the morning, the next day it's in the evening, but then there's another day where it's, closer to the middle of the day, like it is right now. I do something a little bit more strenuous. And I think too, I could make some sort of add-on challenge to this of doing an hour of yoga, but not like relaxing yoga, but more strenuous yoga. Anyway, that is day 5, or no, 6. This is day 6.